Yes, autocratic or authoritative or directive style of leadership, which is boss centered, and in which only there is a one way communication. One way communication means only the boss can communicate to the subordinates, not the subordinates. And in this, the leader exercise the complete control. Here I am writing all the important point. And he exercises the complete control. Use of power is there. Use of power. He exercises complete control over the employees. He adopts only one way communication. It means he can communicate to the workers or the employees, but the employees cannot communicate. And in this, power is centralized. Power is centralized or authority is centralized. It means the leader gives only the responsibilities to the employees, not the authorities. He keeps all the authorities with him only. Okay. And this he is following based on the assumption that reward or punishment both can be given depending upon the result. And here in this style, he uses reward and punishment both depending on the situation. If the workers have done good job, then he will be giving reward to them to motivate the others. If they have not worked according to the plans, then they may be punished, so that the others may take the lesson before breaking the rule. So we can say in this leadership style, each and every leadership style I told you earlier that cannot be used in all the situations. So this style is suitable in particularly some of the situations. So what are those situations? Suitability. What is the suitability of this style? First, when the employees are very indisciplined. Indisciplined. So it is very much greatly needed to make them disciplined. So in that situation, this type of leadership style is required. Secondly, employees are unskilled and they believe only in the doing skills. They don't have any thinking skills. They cannot make the plans and other things. So that's why the leader is not discussing anything with them. He is just telling them what they need to do. So they are unskilled. And wherever there is an emergency and urgency, we can say, and the decisions are to be taken immediately. Immediate decisions. Urgency is there and the leader needs to take the immediate decisions. He is not having much time to discuss with the others. So that's why he is giving order to the employees and the orders are just implemented by the employees. So some merits are there of this leadership style. So what are the merits? In this style, you can see if the decisions are taken by him only, then definitely it may lead to the quick decision making, because he need not to discuss all the things with others. Then uh, he never delegates the authority. So authorities are centralized. This is also the one merit. Authorities are centralized. Then the most important demerit. If a leader is using this style every time, again and again, then it may lead to the frustration among the employees. Frustration among the employees and labor turnover ratio may be very high in the organization because they are never heard. They are just told to do the things and they are doing the things. If they are having any problem, any suggestions, so their mental needs will not be satisfied. Okay, so such type of leadership style cannot be always used by a leader. If a leader is always an autocratic leader, then the employees who are working under him will be frustrated and they will start leaving the jobs, and the labor turnover ratio of that particular organization will be very high. So this is all about the, and this leader, the important thing, believes in I concept. This leader believes in I concept. Like he will be never saying we have completed the target, we have achieved the target. He will, in his words, he will be always saying I have done this, I have achieved the target, I have completed the task. It means he is not taking his team with him. He himself is doing all the work. He's showing to his bosses that his team is not doing anything and always I is important for him. Okay, so this is the one style of leadership, and I told you that this style cannot be adopted for always. Second is the democratic style. In this style, you can see democratic, like India is a democratic country, so in democratic means each and every person is heard about, each and every person, views of each and every person are important, so suggestions are demanded by the employees, by the leaders, and mostly the meetings are arranged by the leaders, so they all are sitting around a round table and they all are discussing. Suppose a decision is to be taken, so before taking the decision, the leader has arranged a meeting and suggestions are demanded, suggestions, and all employees are free to give their suggestions. You can see that here the arrow is having two sides, upward side as well as a downward side, and leader is sitting in the center, and all the employees can talk to him and they are giving their suggestion and feedback. So here this style emphasize on teamwork, and this believes in we concept. There he was using I concept, and this believes in we concept. So this focus on the teamwork, cooperation and coordination among the employees, and in this manner whatever the decision will be taken, those decisions will be good decisions. Why? Because the opinion of all the employees are there, but whenever we need to take the quick decision, then I suggest you not to follow this style, because in this style before taking any decision the leader has to arrange the meeting, he has to take the suggestions of the employees, so it will take time. So whenever we need to take the urgent decisions, in that case authoritative leadership style is used, otherwise democratic, or the other name of democratic style is participative style, in which in the decision making process all are taking active participation. That's why this style is known as group centered style, in which the group is given importance, not only the leader. So that's why the leader will be saying we have achieved the target, we have done this decision making, we have implemented this, we have attained this. So in all his conversations he will be using the word we. But this style can be adopted when the employees are little bit educated and they are able to give their suggestions, or they are able to take participation in the decision making. So where the skilled employees are mostly there, so there we need to follow the such style of leadership, and it is focused on two-way communication. You can see that the two-way communication is there, employees can talk to the leader and leader can anytime talk to the employees, and whatever the decisions are taken, they are taken by the active participation of each and everyone. Next, which is the last style, is the laissez-faire style. Laissez-faire, or it is also known as free reign. Free reign. Free, जो laissez-faire है, which is a French word, and it means laissez means to let, and faire means to do, and which combinedly means let them do. Let them do. So in this style you can see that A is the leader and A is never taking part in any of the decision making process, and free flow communication is there. Free flow communication means any employee, any group member can talk to anyone. There is no any directions of the communication. Yes, all are connected with each and everyone. Anyone can talk to anyone, and this style believes in you concept. Authoritative style believes in I concept, and participative believes in we concept, and this believes in you concept. You means you need to do this thing, you will be taking the decision. So what is the role of A here? A is the leader and he is just telling the employees that what they need to do, and he is just arranging the resources so that the decision can be implemented. So information plus resources, that is given by the leader, and all the decisions are taken by the employees only, and he is not interfering in their decision making. So there is a free flow of communication in authoritative one way, in participative two way, and here is free flow. It means all the way, anyone can talk to anyone. And this style of leadership is adopted wherever the employees are highly skilled, and they are very much competent, great skills they are having. It means the leader is having the complete or the full confidence, complete or full confidence over his team, and he knows it very well that whatever he is telling to his employees, they will be achieving that thing because the employees are highly competent, highly skilled, and they can do the things in a better way. So this believes in you concept. Authoritative believes in I concept, participative believes in we concept, and this believes in you concept. Authoritative was boss centered, and participative or the democratic was group centered, and this is subordinate centered. In this style, the subordinates are more important as compared to the leader, because everything, and the subordinates are highly creative, highly competent, highly skilled. Only in that case this style can be used, otherwise this cannot be used if we are giving the decision making task of incompetent employees who are not able to take the decision. In that case there may be wrong decision making. So this is all about the leadership styles.